Actually doesn't explode. Might have been an ADS that got it there, and there's only no drones left on the side of Rogue. They need to push completely without information in these last 20 seconds, and then Onigiri picks up one, picks up two, goes big, doesn't know about the third. No, but it does some damage. Prano will live. Rips gets a kill as well. It's a 2-on-3 situation, a man advantage here as Nay goes down. It's Nerix that gets dropped, and it's Rogue that, even though they couldn't shoot with the Twitch drone, is going to be able to still take the round in the end there.
Over to the opposite window, he's playing with the M870. It's not going to be the cleanest shoot round. There he is. Oh, there he goes!
He goes!
Well, I guess that's how you make it work.
It is going to be that 4-on-3 with a man advantage, but only 20 seconds and the big window being gassed off.
That's it. It stops anybody getting in close. Prano's massively damaged, and he's going to try and go up white stairs. We've seen it before, and it isn't quite as successful, but Leon's got a lot left to do. Sapper and the constant moving on Onigiri, who's in once again a new position with that M870. He's going a little bit wide with it, and he's able to get it. There's another Onigiri! Sapper is the lockdown, only just the two shotguns pop side to side.
To play around this wall that has been opened up, it's a direct cut into the site. And there's nothing they can really do against it. There is no grenades, impact grenades, on the defensive team, so they have to use a C4 if they want to get rid of it, but it doesn't stop Onigiri from still getting the opening kill, who's just trying to still challenge the shield.
I was going to say, it's a very good combo use, but losing E-Box Hash to force that player out of pillars. The drop comes, and the shotgun doesn't quite get locked in. Rips takes a lot of damage, but a lot isn't all of it. They're able to lock off elbow, and that's going to give them some clarity. Rips does a little bit more damage, but it's the swing round of Leon onto Freezer, puts them into the 4 versus 2. Onigiri is able to at least battle one back, down the long shot, but can't quite get the connection. Crying gets it off, and DCH hops up. Hot pings and a bit of cover and support there. Here's the plant, sees the one player, can't get to the second in time. And Rogue get their second, back and forth we go.
He actually gets taken out. Rips gets the very first kill. Everything I just said, completely down the drain. And then Onigiri managed to sneak in right in the corner here on green, and there seems to be no drone. He's having some good trigger discipline here, finds one, finds two! And then the diffuser dropped on Onigiri. Nice important kills.
How he got there, he C4'd the shield we said was a big watch, and now suddenly Rogue has to try and bite back. He just saw more and more territory had. And drive another body out. They think they might be able to get another catch here, and it's Aces on one, and Nerix is the second. Aces drives deep, but you still got to stick the plant. Nay is all that stands now between them. There's a body coming down white stairs. They might get the first confrontation. Waits for the hatch, waits for the pull, but Leon from white has the kill. 3-1.
Lower brackets, just like Elevate, but to some extent there seems to be more expectation on Rogue performing well. Then there would be an Elevate. There he goes, and Onigiri yet once again with a double kill. The double opening, he does it yet once more. And now you said it is the 9 with the lots of ones. He just turned his own kill count into double ones as well. As I say that, it's actually Onigiri that retakes the walk-in closet with Leon now in the attic, who's taking some fire very soon. Onigiri with a triple. Finds one more. He's still on for the ace here, potentially. Drops the diffuser and has that under control. But instead of trying to hold it, he rotates all the way back, and he's playing around that big window right now, taking a fight to grind. Takes a lot of damage, but manages to survive. His snake jumps right after them. Elevate is absolutely on fire in this round. They brought the aggression. They get a flawless round. Might shortly follow right after that EMP. There's an Onigiri that goes aggressive into the freezer right now.
That's what I said. That clash is going to act as a little bit of a stretch there. It's going to be all the focus that might get paid towards the shield. The pressure's coming in on Laundry as well. They want to go for the hatch. They want to go for the drop, and that grenade just catches on Onigiri. He saw the red flicker into life as he turned the corner to drop that goo mine, and Sapper's going to have to retake the mantle. All of Rogue's bodies are on for a take from this Laundry side. Nerix is doing everything he can just to stop them getting a clean entrance, but a wide swing here is going to show the face of potentially a player on the bottom of the stairs. 20 seconds, and a smoked out Laundry means that Cryan just takes the fight through it. Now they got to see if they can do the drive as well. Suddenly they're popping off on the end of the freezer as well. Prano might be able to stick the first plant we've seen in this entire showdown. Aces gets one more on the door. It's DCH, and that is it on the third map. On the 6th round, in and amongst it, we see our first plant, and we look like we're about to see, there it is, the 4th round here for Rogue. Now Rips, he's suffering here from the pressure on Attic, just going to long arm that canister, is able to get it down, and you can see it put a bit of pressure back onto DCH. They've tried to rush in. Onigiri is still looking to carry that momentum from before, but without vertical, it comes up the top of white, and Prana on the back of Trophy gets a drop down. Sapper's going to see if he can stick it in the meantime.
From below.
And there's the C4, as I said before. It's the story that tells itself time and time again. You do not have verticality, then you probably do not have the safety to stick a 7-second plant down, because you can get that coordination back together. Onigiri, 20 seconds. Goes for the pickup, and the fight on white goes against them. Onigiri's likely to just see if he can reconvene here. Gets into the dorm side, gets into the chance at this plant on kids, and it should, so well, I was gonna say it should stick. He pops off, just has to sit and wait, just has to see if he can get there in time. The pistol, the swing! Onigiri! No way do you do this! How he was able to get...
Rogue have a perfect opportunity to strike and shut down his Elevate push that's coming in from the attic, but as Leon falls back, Isnada gets the entry onto Aces. Isnada actually really deep inside the attic already.
Onigiri gets one more. Prano suddenly with a big double kill blocks it off, and they've got to try and rotate back round. Prano, there it is. That's how he got it. He popped his way back up on the flank and was able to take care, and that's isolated. That single player there on that other side of that short wall. He knows if he overstretches, he's probably going to get got, so instead he's trying to find the first fight. The second is a take onto Prano, doesn't fully connect, down to a pistol, concerned about the swing peek from the far side, just deep dives, and Sapper needs to find a moment to stick it, but it's stuck to him. The swing round, the droppy utility, Onigiri with one, but the other two are too far out. They learned a lesson, and that's not to give him any options. Everything starts to get popped round. There's the call. Rips finally goes for a little bit of a swing. The second he pulls himself off, another canister popped. And another bit of a slow there as they drive themselves through elbow. It's a bit of a firing line with DCH as that end, but is the only end that can be at the end of the sentence here. There's a player above the hatch. There's a cold diffuser, pretty isolated and pretty cut off inside the site itself. They'll have the call entirely on where that kit is, and there's no real way to get there without any sense of being unseen. The first is found on the back opposite corner. The second is off to Laundry. They've put themselves just tucked in on the corner in the big machine round, which used to be the default plant spot. Now, obviously, since long removed, pre-fired an angle. But again, this is a lesson Rogue learned. Do not give Elevate anything.
Will be the first to drop. Grind, it gets picked up on the other side as well. A challenge instantly comes in from Leon after Onigiri manages to pick up one of these roamers in the small tower. As he takes out the drone, he knows that there is still one left. Suddenly the man advantage is here for Elevate, and he has a straight clear view into the side as he sees the head. He gets the kill as well. Onigiri onto 20 now. Continues, gives a call to the rest of his team. It's a 2-man advantage that they need to deal with now.
A huge 20 bomb. Here's the call going out, but the Banshee gives a double-sided audio fight away. DCH and a bit of a scrap with Rips there, and Rips, he pulls himself back into the close corner to make sure they can't just sneak a plant. Prano is on a huge rotation all the way underneath to see if he can get somewhere else. At this point, it seems like the plant's going to go down, and well, that sort of confirms it. Onigiri with one more as he just keeps going. Nerix, however, was a bit of a force, and I think that's the celebration. Well, Nerix, yeah, as he said, over the past couple of rounds, he's been a really good drive. He started to pick back up to the way that he opened the series at the very, very beginning on the first map. Nerix on that Jackal was such a problem. Onigiri is just the definition of it. He finds yet another for his tally. Cryin at least stops the bleeding from the opposite side. Prano stacked up on the white. They have a good idea of where the push is coming from, and as we talked about that verticality before, if it stays away from them, well, that's not going to help. DCH catches an easy prey as Cryin went for just a bold sprint rotate all the way to the stairs, and well, they've got some awareness. Give them at least that credit. They try and sliver their way into trophy. They find some safety there, and Rips goes for a rotate, but is caught off by, oh, you guessed it, Onigiri. Sapper's going to see if he can stick it there. The pre-fire over the top. Nay gets another. They are only one round away from pulling it to OT. And Leon stacked in a close corner here as the pops start to come through. It's the grenade that gets Rips. DCH opens it up. A second grenade tries to pop its way. Another stun, and they will want to try and lean in. They're hoping Leon goes for it, but it's Cryin that pops up over the top, and Aces gets dropped by Onigiri. Cryin gets himself a double stacked up, but Onigiri with yet one more. 25-6, and it's a 3-1. Prano is all that can secure this, but we are going to OT. EU, it's not over yet.
That might actually prompt a push to come in from the opposite side. On the side of Elevate is Leon and Aces both on top of the hatch.
That's the difference this time. Two players, and DCH is able to find one inside the site. Rips gets blown, and there's a big rotate coming around on the opposite side. Onigiri was ready to catch in a second, but didn't see Leon slip past and rebuild that barricade. Now with that single player still around that position of power above E-Box, which is where they were able to build their success before, DCH is going to see if he can just cut his way across right down the front, but it's a wide swing from Freezer that reveals one for DCH. DCH. It's going to be down the corridor in a second. The pings are there, but he keeps moving. He's been able to find himself inside the site, and it's going to go a little bit wider onto the Smoker Prano here, who might not know just how close DCH is. The stuns come through, and it's a pop right down onto the head. DCH with a triple kill for being a name that was so consistently screamed throughout groups and a bit quiet today. Onigiri on the backside, picked up by Ney. It's the final Rogue player down inside Laundry. Prano has 4 of them all around to see if he can pull off something monumental. But as the plant gets stopped, it's Ney with one more, and Elevate.
And as Crying right now is looking to make his way back out, it's Rogue that is on a 3-on-3 execute. 70 seconds. They need to force themselves through. They need to find an entry, but the members of Elevate are still all over the site.
Leon holding so patiently, but you need the other 2 players to drive in. And as Ney gets a little bit more from that salvation station, just a little bit extra in what could turn into, once again, another scrappy fight here over the top of White. No ground is made. A little bit of a statement, though, is. And over the top, they just cannot get that connection. Prano's going to see it for the first time. Rogue can try and land the diffuser for a long time. Crying has the close angle. The shotgun doesn't quite. And Leon with a triple, but Nerix bites back in a post plant. It's a swing onto the Ying, but we are going all the way in this, the 3rd and final map. Here it is, just a minute left, and they're still trying to find a way to force this kid in. There he goes, Onigiri! He gets the equality! He needs just one more to push that break, and the brink over the side. DCH pops it, no! Equaled for the record, but there's still a more important title to take, and that is the one of survival. The diffuser's cold! Rips and Nerix in a 1 versus 1! The swing onto Attic, and it's Nerix! Elevate secure themselves from the brink. They refuse to let APAC go down. EU has had beyond a rough day, but APAC made sure it was a fight all the way till the bitter end.
And the emotions on the Elevate players absolutely just. They make it, they continue, they'll fight later on against FaZe, but for now, they continue. And it means so much. And Onigiri was not able to best the record of Palu. He will be now right next to him on that top step for a map.
I don't even know if we can just, production's read my mind. If we can just bring it up just to really lay this down thick for the viewers. This is the last map. This is not the entire series. Do not get yourselves confused. Super Onigiri at the top of the screen there for Elevate, or rather at the bottom of the top for his team. 27 kills, tying himself with Palu, who's able to walk away with some kind of opportunity to call himself a world record holder in some way, shape or form. He absolutely holds that title at 6 Invitational.